everyone, Stephanie here with you today. We're gonna do an arms and abs workout. So not only are we gonna be working into our arms, biceps and triceps, we're gonna get a little bit of chest, shoulders, and back as well. And then we're gonna finish off with just a little bit of work on the floor for our abdominals. But first we're gonna get ourselves nice and warmed up. Real quick warm up for today since this is going to be a short workout. So I hope you're marching with me, getting that blood flowing. We've got a little tiny change here. Heel digs come front, and I just want you to push forward with your arms. Starting to wake up into those chest muscles. We're going to work hard today, so we want to make sure that we get ourselves warmed up. Real quick warm up. Arms push overhead. So we're just going to press straight up. Little tiny change coming up. From here, go back to your march. With your right leg, step touch side to side. We're going to circle that arm up and over. Warming up through that shoulder. Little change here, make this a hamstring curl. So you're going to reach front, pull back with those arms. Working through that back as you drive your elbows back. Perfect. March it out here. So we're warmed up. We've got our blood flowing. We're gonna jump right into this. So I've got a set of heavier weights as well as a set of lighter weights today. You can go ahead and get your stuff. You just wanna make sure that you have something to drop down to if you need. So gently picking up your heavier set of weights. We're gonna start working our back and our triceps. So slight bend in the knees. We're gonna hinge forward at the hips. Palms face in. We're gonna pull our elbows up into a row. Upper arm stays still as we extend the knuckles back. We're gonna come back up, straighten the arms. Can we try it? We row, kick back, in and down. Pull straight back with those arms. Exhaling as we're extending those weights back. Squeezing into the backs of your arms. Upper arm stays nice and still as we do this. Perfect, we got it. Can we do 4 more? Last 4 here. 2 more. 1 more time. And gently coming up. Palms face front. So we're gonna give our back and our triceps a little bit of a breather. We're gonna work into our biceps and our shoulders. So elbows underneath the shoulders. We're gonna do a bicep curl. Then you're gonna flip your palms to face front. We're gonna push overhead. We're gonna come down. Then we're gonna uncurl. We wanna be sure though that we're holding the abdominals in strong so that back stays straight. Let's try it. We curl, press, down, down. Your abs in so that the back stays tall. We want to make sure we're not overarching the back as we take those weights up. And as we take our weights up, we want to think about pressing up slightly on a diagonal. So not necessarily straight up over the head today. just that slight diagonal so we can protect our back. Curl, press. Can we do 4 more here? It's 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Make it super strong right here. All right, so we're gonna go back to that row and kick back. Slight bend in your knees. Tailbone comes back, spine is long. Let's row to kick back. Second set. So we already know this movement pattern. I want you to really focus on your form here. As always, you can adjust your weight load if you need to. So if you're feeling like this is a little bit too much, you can always go to that lighter set of weights. Or maybe you want to challenge yourself today. Maybe you want to grab something a little bit heavier. Entirely up to you, but you want to make sure that you don't go too heavy so that your form suffers. We want to keep that space open across our collarbone so we're not rounding through the shoulders. Belly button pulls in. That upper arm stays still as we take our knuckles straight back. 4 more. In 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Nice work. Coming back to that curl to overhead press. Let's go. We curl, press, down and down. Keeping the shoulders balanced right over the hips. So your torso here wants to stay nice and still. Elbows in that bicep curl are going to stay right underneath our shoulders today. Press it up. Super strong here. We've got 4 more to go. Let's finish this set nice and strong. Two more right here. Last one. Perfect. So you may want to adjust your weight load if you're feeling like your arms are getting a little bit tired, or you can stick with your heavier weights. Slight bend in your knees. You're going to come into a little bit of a hip hinge here. Really brace yourself with your abdominals. Slide your shoulder blades down the back so you're opening that space across your collarbones. Palms face away from the body. Weights are going to come behind you. We're just going to lift and lower just a few inches. We lift, lower. So this is really a lot of work for the upper back and the triceps. Working through the back of the shoulder and the upper back. Lift, lower. But this is a great way to get those strong arms. But since we're working into slightly smaller muscles, using a heavy weight for this might feel really challenging. So if you need to adjust, go ahead and do that. Lift, lower. 2 more, little press. Nicely done. One more thing for those biceps. Slide your shoulder blades down the back. Palms are gonna face one another. This is gonna bring in a little bit of core stability and balance for our abs as well. We're gonna do a hammer curl with our right arm as we lift our left knee. Then we're gonna put that down, then we'll do the other side. So can we go nice and slow here? Keeping the chest open. Belly button draws in towards the spine. That's gonna help keep us balanced here. Curl and squeeze. Really bringing your mental focus into that bicep as you lift your weight up. Squeeze, squeeze into the front of the arm. 4 more, we lift. Then we've got a little change. So we're gonna stay with that right arm. How about some little pulses? We come up, up, up. Find your balance. I know that arm is working hard. Hang in there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And 4, 3, 2, other side. So we lift and pulse. Up, up. Navel in towards the spine. Pulse, 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 pulse. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch your breath. Gently trade for your lighter set of weights. We're gonna work a little bit more into our shoulders here. Shoulder blades draw down the back. Now your right arm is gonna lift out to the side as we take our left arm forward. So you're gonna make a 90-degree angle. We're gonna come down. Then of course we're gonna go to the other side. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Let's go nice and slow. We lift. Belly draws in. So we want to be sure that as we're doing this, we're not crossing the midline of the body with that arm that's coming in front. Navel draws in. So we're going to make sure we're not rotating as we do this. That's going to make our abs work just a little bit harder. We're working through the front and side of the shoulder. Exhaling as we lift those arms, inhaling as we come down. Lift, squeeze. Can we do 4 more? Last 2 right here, we got it. Last one, make this last one real strong. Perfect. Taking our palms to face up. So I want you to imagine here that it's like you have 2 trays of coffee. Now, as we serve our trays of coffee, we're gonna extend our arms out. Then you're gonna squeeze and pull back in with using the upper back muscle. So elbows are gonna come back in. Can we try it? We press out, pull in. So you'll probably feel pretty quickly those biceps working, as well as the upper back. So strong right here. Don't worry, we are not going to do a lot of these because I know they're hard. If you need to, go ahead and ditch your weights. You can do this just as a body weight exercise. Still going to be working real hard. Pull it in. Press it out. Can we do 4 more? That's it. That's all we need right here. Exhale. Squeeze, pull back in. Last one for me. Perfect. Nicely done. Set your weights down. We're going to grab our mat, coming down onto the ground. So unroll your mat. And you'll want your heavier set of weights nearby for this. Coming down onto our backs. We're gonna do a chest press movement. Now, if you prefer, you can keep your feet down, but if you wanna work your abs just a little bit more, we're gonna bring our legs into tabletop. So our knees are balanced right over our hips. Belly pulls in, shoulders are underneath us. Arms are up, palms face towards the toes. Gently come down, bend, press, squeeze. Navel to spine, so we're keeping that natural curve in the back. We're really working hard here to keep that spine neutral. elbows 90 degrees. Exhale, press it up. Can we do 4 more here? Last 2. 1 more right here. Now we're going to hold those weights up. If that's too much for you, you can, of course, put your weights down. Now from here, we're going to do a bicycle movement with those legs. So the right knee is going to come in as the left leg extends out. Let's try that nice and slow. So we go in. We're going to meet back at center. Belly button towards the spine. Any point in time you feel like you need to take the weights out of the equation, you totally can. Now you can stay with just this if you prefer, or if you want, we're going to add the chest press back in. Press up. Lower those elbows. Navel in. But if it's too much for you to do both at once, pick one and go with it. Or maybe you want to alternate and do 1 chest press, 1 bicycle. Up to you. We've got 4 more here. Bring it down. Press it up. Gently set your weights down. From here, we'll come onto all fours. We're going to do a little bit of plank work. So you can set your weights off to the side. We don't need them anymore. Shoulders right over the crease line of your wrist. Belly pulls in. Slide your shoulder blades down the back. So imagine you've got a tray of drinks on your back. You're going to try not to spill any. Step your right foot back, shoot an imaginary laser beam out that right heel. Then we're going to step the left foot back. So now we're here in a full plank. So if this is where you'd like to hang out, I encourage you to do so. If you want up and down plank, right arm first. We go down, down, up. Now left arm, down, down, up, up. Trying our hardest to keep ourselves from rocking side to side. Down and up. Just a few more. Can we do 1 more each side? Now up and hold. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And drop your knees. Whew. Sit back into child's pose. Catch your breath. We're gonna again come over onto our back. So that was our little plank break for our abs. So from here, we're gonna take a moment to find our neutral spinal positioning. Tailbone down, pull your abdominals in. Hands are gonna cradle the head, and instead of pulling your hands towards your head and kind of crunching up like this and dropping your chin, instead I want you to think almost about pushing your head slightly into the fingertips so that the weight of your head is resting on the fingertips, elbows are out to the side. We're gonna start this crunch movement by scooping our low belly to float the shoulders. Let's go slow. We exhale, lift, inhale down. Now you've got about a fist distance between that chin and chest today. Exhale, lift, inhale down. Squeeze through those abdominals. Low belly draws in. So really think about that scoop through the lower part of your abdominals. Floating the shoulders up. Now from here, can we lift up and hold it? Scoop and hold. Let that head relax. So try not to hold any tension in that jaw. Little pulses come. Lift, 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 lift. Pulse, 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 pulse. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Turn your head gently side to side. Let your head and neck relax. Belly draws in. Get your shoulders underneath you. We're going to come back to that tabletop position with our legs. Pull your abdominals in. Let your shoulders relax. We're just going to lift our hips. Release down. Try to keep your shoulders down as we come in for 2. So we lift, lift, lower, down. So again, I want this movement to really start from that lower belly. So if this is where you're happy, feel free to stay here. But if you want to, hands cradle the head, we're going to combine those 2 movements. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, down. Can we do 4 more? Last 2 here. Squeeze through those abs. Last 1. And release. Again, you can turn your head gently side to side. Now from here, legs go up, belly pulls in. The focus for this exercise is going to be to keep the torso still. We're just going to take the right leg, lower it down, and then come back up. And the left leg, and then come back up. So you'll notice I'm really only going about halfway down because that's about as far as I can go, keeping my spine neutral. Sometimes we really feel like we want to get all the way to the floor. And then our low back arches just a little bit and our pelvis tips forward. We want to stop right before we get to that point. Now you can totally stick with just this, or we can reach the arms up. And you're going to take the opposite arm and reach it over your head. Again, doesn't matter if it gets all the way down there today. Back of the rib cage wants to stay on the floor. So again, we're going to really connect into those deep core muscles. Reach, reach. Two more. Last one for me. And hug those knees in, a little release for your low back. Last thing for those abs. Pull your abs in. Gently float your shoulders up. Fist distance between the chin and chest. So you're going to float up as much as you can. Hips are going to stay stationary. We're going to tap our ankles moving side to side. So imagine you're a little windshield wiper here, side to side. So your chest stays open. We're just moving the shoulder towards the hip bone. Hips stay still. So we're really working into those obliques to laterally flex the spine. But we're also working our deep core muscles by pulling them in to float the shoulders up. Also working into that rectus just a little bit because we're holding that spinal flexion. Tap, 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 tap. Squeeze. Let your head be in neutral alignment. So we want to make sure we're not tucking that chin too far forward. And release. stretch your arms and your legs. Big stretch here. Reach, 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 reach. And then gently relax. Whew. From here, hug your knees in towards your chest. Low back, releasing. And rolling over onto one side. We're going to use our hands to push ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Interlace your hands, scoop your belly, pull your shoulder blades apart, a little stretch between the shoulder blades. And now release, reach behind, open up through your chest. Nice little stretch for the chest and the biceps here. And release. Give yourself a big inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a big hug and a pat on the back for doing a great job today with this arms and abs workout. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Take care.